Analysis of the Sources of Human Happiness and Suffering by Xue Feng. No matter who you are, you must have experienced times of happiness and moments of suffering. So where do happiness and suffering come from? What factors cause them? From the source, there is nothing wrong with the world. If there is anything wrong, it lies within ourselves. If Adam and Eve had heeded the warning of the Eden Garden's keeper and not eaten the forbidden fruit, they would not have suffered the pain of being expelled from Eden. Therefore, the source of Adam and Eve's suffering lies within themselves. They were the architects of their own misfortune and pain. In fact, if we trace the source of happiness and suffering for each individual, we will inevitably find that the root cause of their happiness or suffering is themselves, without exception. Digging deeper, we discover that the critical or fermenting point leading to one's happiness or suffering is how we treat the words, emotions, attitudes, and actions of those familiar to us. If our words towards others are gentle and warm, our emotions joyful and happy, our attitudes graceful and positive, and our actions caring and protective, then the feedback from those around us is mostly happiness. Conversely, if our words towards others are negative and adverse, our emotions angry and hateful, our attitudes rude, and our actions harmful, then the feedback from those around us is mostly suffering. Further exploration reveals that the closer someone is to us, the more likely they are to bring happiness or suffering. Parents, children, husbands, wives, laborers, relatives, friends, classmates, colleagues, superiors, subordinates, idols, and fans are the main sources of happiness or suffering for us. This phenomenon is something that middle-aged and older people should feel profoundly, as there are too many helpless and sorrowful moments and indescribable bitterness in dealing with those close to us. Knowing the source of everyone's happiness and suffering, we should effectively address this issue, that is, to maximize happiness and minimize suffering. However, a glaringly sad fact is that humanity has existed for thousands of years without fundamentally solving this problem. People have tried to alleviate the conflicts and disputes between individuals from moral and ethical perspectives. Still, whether advocating for kindness, propriety, or promoting benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and faith, or even using religious doctrines or legal angles, none have thoroughly solved the troubles and suffering arising from interpersonal relationships. The emergence of Life Chanyuan, especially the new mode of production and lifestyle created by Life Chanyuan, has effectively resolved the pain arising from interactions with close ones. The 15-year practice of the second home life tells us that people can coexist very harmoniously and amicably, not only bringing more joy, happiness, and fortune, but also effectively reducing the troubles and suffering that come with interpersonal interactions. We hope this will attract the attention of everyone worldwide who struggles to get along with those close to them for discussion. Because in the history of humanity, the only solution to the troubles and sufferings of life has been the new production and living model established by Life Chanyuan, namely the second home model. 2023-1201